The secret to Filipino family closeness. Let us explore a practice at the heart of Filipino family life, the tradition of mothers carrying their newborns everywhere they go. We'll discover how this simple act builds the foundation for lifelong closeness and why Filipino families are famously tightly knit. So, if you've ever wondered what makes Filipino family bonds so resilient, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's journey together through stories, history, and heartfelt insights. Understanding the tradition. Let's start by painting a picture. Imagine a typical morning in a Filipino household. Before the sun rises, a mother is already awake, cradling her newborn. There's no crib in sight, no bassinet tucked in a corner. Instead, she holds the baby close, skin to skin, heart to heart. Wherever she goes, preparing breakfast, tending to older children, sweeping the front yard, the baby is right there with her. This practice isn't just a matter of convenience or necessity. It's a tradition rooted in generations past, a thread connecting mothers to their children, families to each other, and communities as a whole. In the absence of modern baby gear, Filipino mothers have always relied on the most natural crib of all, their arms. This closeness, from those very first days of life, sets the stage for the strong bonds we see in Filipino families. The historical context. Before cribs and bassinets were commonplace, Filipino mothers carried their babies everywhere. This wasn't unique to the Philippines, of course. Many cultures around the world have their own baby-wearing traditions. But in the Philippines, it took on a special meaning. Centuries ago, families lived together in small dwellings, often with multiple generations under one roof. Privacy was a luxury, and daily life revolved around each other. Young children grew up surrounded by grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Mothers carried newborns during chores, at community gatherings, even during celebrations. This ensured that the child was always at the center of family life, absorbing the sounds, sights, and rhythms of home. This tradition was also practical. With mothers responsible for countless tasks, baby wearing allowed them to keep their infants safe and comforted while still tending to daily responsibilities. Bond of closeness. Let's talk about what happens when a child is consistently held close in those early days. Research shows physical touch is essential for newborns. It stimulates brain development, regulates heartbeats and breathing, and creates a sense of security. For Filipino babies, being nestled in their mother's arms means they're constantly surrounded by warmth, love, and the steady beat of a familiar heart. This closeness doesn't fade as children grow. As babies become toddlers, they're carried on hips. As toddlers become children, they're wrapped in hugs. And as children become adults, they remain emotionally tethered to their families. The attachment built through touch in infancy blossoms into emotional resilience and a deep sense of belonging. Family values. Togetherness and support. Filipino family values revolve around togetherness, support, and respect for elders. The tradition of carrying newborns isn't just about the mother and child, it sets an example for the whole family. Older siblings learn to help care for the baby. Grandparents lavish affection on the newest member. Aunts and uncles step in for support. This practice fosters a sense of solidarity. Children grow up knowing that family is a safety net, a source of love and comfort. Whether facing hardships or celebrating triumphs, Filipino families do it together. The physical proximity of carrying newborns mirrors the emotional closeness that persists throughout life. Stories from the heart. To bring this tradition to life, let's hear from a few voices. Maria, a mother from Quezon City, recalls, "When I had my first child, my mother taught me to carry him everywhere. She said, he'll know he's safe, and you'll know he's close. Even now, when he's older, I still feel that bond." Lola Nina, a grandmother in Batangas, shares, "I carried my children, and now I see my daughters carry theirs. It's beautiful, babies are never alone. They're loved from morning to night." Stories like these echo across generations. From urban centers to rural barangays, Filipino families preserve this tradition, passing it on like a cherished heirloom. The science behind the practice. Modern science supports what tradition has long known. Physical closeness in infancy leads to healthier, happier children. Skin-to-skin contact regulates body temperature, promotes breastfeeding, and reduces stress for both mother and child. Dr. Santos, a pediatrician in Manila, explains, babies need touch, it's crucial for their emotional and physical development. Filipino mothers instinctively provide this, and it shows in the confidence and resilience of their children. The benefits extend beyond childhood. Individuals who experience strong family attachment are more likely to be empathetic, resilient, and connected to their communities. This is part of what makes Filipino society so nurturing and inclusive. Tradition in modern times. Has this tradition changed in the modern era? Today, many Filipino families live in cities, and cribs and bassinets are more common. Still, the essence remains. Mothers often use soft wraps or slings to carry their babies, and the practice endures in daily life. Even as lifestyles evolve, the value placed on physical closeness and emotional support remains strong. Family gatherings, holiday reunions, and everyday moments are steeped in warmth and connection. The ripple effect, shaping family and society. Carrying newborns everywhere is more than a practice, it's a philosophy. It shapes the way Filipino families interact, support each other, and raise future generations. The attachment formed in infancy blossoms into lifelong loyalty. Children raised in this tradition carry those lessons into adulthood, caring for elderly parents, supporting siblings, and creating homes filled with love. The ripple effect is clear. Filipino families remain close because they've been close from the very beginning. Case in point 1. The tradition of Filipino parents paying for their children's education is deeply rooted in cultural values that emphasize family solidarity and the collective pursuit of a better life. Many Filipino parents view education as the most important inheritance they can provide, often making formidable sacrifices, working long hours, taking on multiple jobs, and sometimes even seeking employment abroad, to ensure their children have access to quality schooling. This unwavering dedication reflects the profound belief that a child's success is a shared family triumph, reinforcing intergenerational bonds and perpetuating a legacy of hope, resilience, and social mobility. Case in point 2. This spirit of sacrifice and mutual investment naturally extends into a reciprocal expectation as parents age. In Filipino culture, the deep bonds cultivated through years of parental dedication lay the foundation for children to care for their elders at home. This cycle of interdependence is not merely a practical arrangement but a manifestation of utang na loob, a profound sense of debt of gratitude, rooted in the conviction that familial love and responsibility are lifelong. As parents nurture and sustain their children's dreams, so too do children embrace the role of caregivers in their parents' twilight years, completing a circle of care that honors both tradition and the enduring strength of family ties. Gratitude and reflection. As a Filipino and a mother who has raised 2 children, this tradition of holding my newborns close, feeling their heartbeat against mine, sharing warmth and comfort, is more than a practice, it is woven into the fabric of who we are. Every moment spent cradling my children, whether in the hush of dawn or amidst the joyful chaos of family gatherings, reminded me of the deep connections that define Filipino families. The laughter, the gentle caresses, the togetherness, these are lifelines that stretch across generations, shaping not only our children but the very soul of our homes. Cherishing the tradition. As we wrap up, let's reflect on the power of tradition. The simple act of carrying a newborn is an expression of love, a declaration of unity, and a foundation for unbreakable bonds. Filipino families are renowned for their closeness, and much of that can be traced to the earliest moments of life, when a mother's embrace is the world's safest place. So next time you see a Filipino family out and about, notice the closeness, the easy laughter, the gentle touches. Underneath these everyday gestures lies a tradition that has shaped generations, a tradition worth cherishing and celebrating.